In this lesson, I'll show you how to prepare your 2D design files for 3D and different ways of bringing your Illustrator files into Cinema 4D. Let's get back into it. So the first thing we need to do to bring in a 2D design into Cinema 4D is to clean the file up. So we don't actually need, we've still got our storyboards in the Illustrator file and we've got these colors. So I'm just going to delete these. So now that all we've left with is what we actually want to bring into Cinema 4D. Then I'm going to show you the first way of bringing your design into Cinema 4D, and that's by saving it. And I'm going to save it as an Illustrator file, but with version 8. So I'm going to select this. Now if I head over to Cinema 4D and go Open, and I'm going to select the 3D file here. Press OK. That's going to bring our design in as lines, which is great. But what it hasn't done, it hasn't actually brought any of the color information over. We've got all the design elements here. But it's brought no colors over it. And it's also merged a couple of the shapes, like this circle here should be separate to that piece. So it's whilst it's a useful way to be able to bring in your designs without third-party plugins, it hasn't given us all the options that we need. So I'm just going to close that. Head back to Illustrator. Another way of bringing your design in is by selecting all of your design in Illustrator and copying. Then if we head to Cinema 4D and head to Extensions, CV ArtSmart, and then CV ArtSmart Paste, we can paste our design in. And I'm just going to take this null out and then 0 the coordinates. And you can see it's actually brought our design in with some of the color information to the splines. And we've also got individual pieces, which is really helpful. So that's a really quick way of getting your design into Cinema 4D. But my preferred method is to use the ArtSmart Object tool, which is in Extensions, ArtSmart, ArtSmart Object. And now we've got this object here. We can go to the Object tab and select on our folder. And I'm going to select the 2D Design 01 3D file and bring that in. And if we zoom out, you can see that it's actually already brought it in and extruded the individual shapes, which is great. So I'm just going to zero out the path spread here and come in a little bit closer and have a look. So we can see here we've got some extrude depth. And if I move the path around, I can have a look to see if there are actually any little glitches or little pieces that weren't aligned to the grid properly. It looks like we're okay. It looks like all of the pieces have been aligned to the grid okay. I'm just going to zero that out. So now we've got our 2D design in 3D. So now that we have our 2D design in 3D, in the next lesson I'm going to show you how to model, texture, animate and light your design in Cinema 4D. I'll meet you there.